Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
Tonight I'm going to be a dating guru. I'm going to shed some light into the world of online dating. I will mostly talk about guys, not because I discriminate anyone, but just because the profiles tend to be much more ridiculous and funny. So, for your entertainment, I went on Tinder and I researched, and I came to a conclusion that guys on Tinder, or generally people on dating websites, can be divided into 6 categories. The normal human, the abbreviation freak, the group photo guy, the confused dude, the sexy beast, and finally the random weirdo. And tonight I'm going to illustrate each category for your entertainment and of course to inform you. So of course the normal guy, that's a normal guy who's looking for love. He would have a picture on a normal background, maybe a nice city or just a nice house, and he would probably have a little profile that explains who he is and what he's looking for. I personally encountered wonderful people during my online dating days, and some of these gentlemen are still my friends. So that is, of course, what we want to see. The other categories would be a different story. So let's talk about the abbreviation freak, like Mr. Larry 47. Now, Larry looks like a nice guy. I mean, he has a nice smile, he looks smart, he has glasses, and I mean, so far so good. But the very first line in his profile, he states that he is SPHR/SHRM-SCP, CFI. Apparently, this guy is way too smart for somebody like me. I could not decipher at all what he is, and the rest of his profile is peppered with acronyms and abbreviations. All I have to say to this is, this SHIT is CRAZY. Moving on to category 3, the group picture guy. Meet Iqbal. I know. I am also curious to know which one is Iqbal. Now, you're laughing because you're thinking, I know, this is so stupid, but I have a conspiracy theory. I think that men who post pictures in a group, they're actually really, really smart guys that are just trying to sort out the really smart women and not so smart. So they post a picture and they give you clues. And if you can follow these clues, then you can have a shot at his hand and heart. So Iqbal gives you some clues. He says, my personality doesn't match my pics. I'm not funny, just funny looking. Okay? Then he says, I'm 6 feet and 4 inches. And we all like tall guys, so I'm like, okay. And then he clarifies. He says, that's 2 different measurements. You didn't get this. 6 feet 4 inches, and that's 2 different measurements. Like, in this case, I'd rather date a guy who's only 5'11". Moving on to the next category, my favorite one, the confused dude. Meet Mohit. So just by looking at Mohit's picture, you can tell he was probably sitting somewhere playing on his phone, and the phone took his picture. And then he pushed some more buttons and it got uploaded to Tinder. And then he pushed some more buttons and a blurb appeared. And I will read it to you and you will see it is just as confusing as his look here. This is what he shares with his potential future wife. He says, the less I say, the better apparently. You got that right. No expectations at all. Just here because I can't seem to bump into who I'm looking for, whether it's Kroger or a bar or a mall or church. She's never there, so maybe she's here. What I find hilarious is that on this app, the same women who throw themselves at me in person swipe me left on here. Weird. I know, women are so mysterious, Mohit. Alright, the next one. Meet the sexy beast. This category can be identified by a guy without a shirt and without a head, and obviously it works like in a way that is simple. It's a person who tries to bring a mate into his life by using his primal sexiness and his ripped abs. And occasionally this category will feature a head, and when it does, you really wish it wouldn't. Yep. The next category is, which is our final category for tonight, is the random weirdo. And I honestly don't even have a commentary for this profile. I mostly have questions. I mean, who is J39? Is it the firefighter or the fashionably dressed homeless gentleman? And if it is the firefighter, why does he look like he's rather 93 than 39? And if it is the fashionably dressed homeless gentleman, then what's his game plan? He literally cannot bring a girl home. And of course, the question that I really, really want to ask is, who would date this? So, ladies and gentlemen, to summarize my little Tinder research, I would say you would meet different people online. It's a wonderful way to meet someone. It's a wonderful way to meet people, to become friends with them, or maybe find someone special. If you're single and dating, I hope you will mostly encounter people in the first category, the normal humans. But whenever you come across the other categories, just take it with a smile and a sense of humor. And for the lucky ones among us who have someone special in their lives, just hug them a little tighter tonight. Thank you.